Your first kiss. Okay. I was actually expecting this question. I know, like, a lot of people always imagine their first kiss to be everything, and I did too. And guess what? It was everything and more. Very stupid fear. So if I mention it, you guys would be like, what? My first ever boyfriend. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Anita here again with another video. I missed you guys so much. I'm sorry for the long break. There's been a lot going on in Nigeria with the NSAS protests, the Lekki massacre and whatnot. We have been through a lot as a nation, as Nigerian youth. So that's actually the reason for the long break. I just felt like, why should I be creating content when we are literally at war, like when the government is not giving in to our demands? And that's why I haven't really created any content since that time. But I am glad to inform you that I am back. Yes, your baby girl is back again. Okay, on that note, if you haven't already subscribed, if you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to see your face. You look pretty, you look handsome. You know what to do already. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you think about this video. Leave your comments. Don't forget to thumbs up, like this video, and share. Okay guys, without further ado, let us jump right into this video. So I'm basically just going to be taking the questions from websites online, you know, because I didn't get the opportunity to ask you guys what kind of questions you'd like me to answer. But I could always make a part 2 of this type of video, answering the direct questions that you asked me on my Instagram page. That being said, if you're not following me on Instagram already, please follow me. Do well to follow me. This is my handle right here, and you can also just click the direct link in the description box. So you follow me on Instagram. Don't worry, I'll follow you back. Don't worry, calm down, I will. So, okay, I'm just going to start off with this one. What is the first app you check when you wake up in the morning? The first app I check when I wake up in the morning, I think that should be my Instagram. Yeah, I know it used to be WhatsApp, but recently I think I always check my Instagram first because I have my business pages on my Instagram. That's like the first thing that even takes me there in the first place. Yeah, I have 2 business pages, Beauty and Charm, which is my makeup page, and also lookstyle.ng. In case you're not following me, please do well to follow me on my 2 Instagram pages. The link is in the description box as usual. Yeah, that's the first app I check every morning when I wake up. First foreign country you ever visited? Okay, I think African countries can also cover for foreign countries. I mean, because yeah, I'm from Nigeria, so the first country I've ever visited is Benin Republic, La République du Bénin, and I visited there when I was in 300 level. I was doing this French village program at Badagry for 6 months, so we would sometimes go for excursion there. So yeah, that was the first country I visited, but I didn't really get to stay. Like, we just used to go there for shopping and then come back to school. So the one that I actually legit visited and stayed was Cameroon. Oh my god, it was such a beautiful experience. Like, okay, you guys know how much I love French, right? So yeah, I studied French in university, by the way, for those of you who do not know. So I went to Cameroon after my 6-month course at the French village, Nigerian French language village, Badagry. I spent about 3 months in Cameroon. I had so much fun. First place I stayed in was Buea, from Buea, which was an English-speaking part of Cameroon. I went deep into the heart of Cameroon, Yaoundé, where most of the people around there were speaking only French, so I had to just speak French with the natives, and it was such a fun experience. Like, one day I'm just going to come here and give you my full storytime video about my trip to Cameroon and everything that happened there, but story for another day. Okay, next question. My first car. Okay, I have never had a car. Yeah, I don't even think I know how to drive anymore. I used to drive my dad's car, but then since I haven't been at home for like a while, I don't think I know how to drive anymore. So yeah. My first cooking experience. My first cooking experience was at home with my mom. When she used to cook in the kitchen, I'll just go and see what she's doing, and then funny enough, my mom never actually said come and learn. I'll just go there, see what she's doing, and like that I started making up my own recipes. Like, it was not just what she wanted only, like I had my own recipes. I started with stew and some soups, and also regular food, rice and the likes. Like how I like to put onions. I like to divide my onions into 3. I love onions, by the way, so I put some onions at the beginning to fry, then I fry with the tomatoes, and at the middle, like when I pour the rice into the water and the meat broth and everything, the whole mix, I put onions as well. And then when the food's about to get done, I put the last batch of onions just so it can get a little bit crunchy, you know. That's the taste. Yeah. Okay, my first ever boyfriend. Okay, this just brings back so many nice memories. I know some people would have their first boyfriend experience or like memories and be sad or angry, but no, my first boyfriend, I had my first boyfriend after I left secondary school. I was a good child. I was always a good child. Hello. My first boyfriend, I had my first boyfriend after secondary school, after SS3. We had literally finished our valedictory service and everything. So we used to be best friends since JS3. So we started out that way, JS3, SS1, SS2. Then along the line, SS3, the feelings came, you know, just this whole adolescent rush of emotions and hormones going up and down and stuff. Yeah, so the feelings came, and yeah, we started dating after school, and it was a fantastic experience, I must say. We dated for about a year, or like 6 to 8 months. We broke up because his mom asked him to break up with me because she felt like he wasn't old enough to be in a relationship, which was really funny. And then we got into school. We were in the same University of Ibadan, and then we started dating again from 100 level days. We broke up when I was in 200 level for some very silly reasons. But anyway, I had a wonderful first boyfriend experience. Yeah, it was quite fun because I was basically dating my best friend. Okay, my first ever mobile phone. What's with this Nokia? I think I'll look for the picture and insert it here. I don't know what the name is, whether it's not 3310. So my first mobile phone was a Nokia. So it was when I was in primary school. I think I was in primary 4 at this time. My dad got us a phone at home. He just got it for my brothers and I to actually use. That phone was everything at the time. We used to play Snake. You know these games that come with Nokia phones, right? Yeah, I'm sure you guys will know. So it was just so much fun, and I felt like, I mean, what could be better? Until new phones started coming out, and I'm like, what was I ever thinking? My first fear. Okay, my first fear. I had my first fear when I was in nursery school. Was it nursery or primary 1? So I remember this time when we would go out for play. We had like a playpen sort of that had sand, and then we would walk out and then just play around, you know, just basically around the classroom. So I was very stupid fear. So if I mention it, you guys would be like, what? So my first fear was the fear of roots, large tree roots. That was actually my first fear. It sounds very odd and weird, yes, I know, but that was it. So I actually thought that these roots were snakes, because that time I went to the University of Ibadan staff school. We had a lot of trees then. There were a lot of trees that were planted around the school. So those trees were like, they had very large roots. And then you play around them, and then they just look so scary. So I actually thought they were snakes. I was crying. My teacher had my class teacher had to come out and get me after break. Like, everybody went inside. I couldn't go inside because there were like roots everywhere, and it's not like I hadn't seen these roots before, but all of a sudden the fear just came, and I actually thought they were snakes. In my mind, I was hallucinating, watching them crawling, like roots moving like this. It was mind draining. I was so scared, and to think of it now, I feel so silly. But anyway, that was my first fear. My first job. Okay, my first job was my job at Alliance Française, Port Harcourt. I think I've talked about it briefly in some of my videos, like my NYSC experience and also my worst date ever video. By By the way, if you haven't seen my NYC experience and my first day video, please don't forget to see it. The link is right here, so you can't miss it. For my first job, I was an assistant receptionist and an administrative assistant for Alliance Française Port Harcourt. So that was during my service year. I worked there for a year. It was quite an interesting experience because I got to speak French every day to my colleagues, and it was just fun for me, like coming from a background where my parents don't speak French, and then I learned French. So it was like reviving all that French that I already knew, helping me speak more. I learned a lot of things, speaking and work ethics and many other things. So yeah, that was my first job experience. It was so much fun. Yeah, it was. My first language, my first language obviously was English, because I grew up speaking English. My father studied English and he kept hammering into our heads that we need to know how to speak English the right way when you're telling a story. And this is one funny thing that always happened when we would tell stories, and then we would say, okay, she now went here, she now did. My dad would be like, what is she now? Can't you say then she went here, after that she did this, then this happened? Like, that's when I actually started learning how to use the proper grammar to speak. So yeah, my English is this smooth because of my dad. Thanks, daddy. By the way, I also speak French, so if I'm going to talk about my first foreign language, that's French, and I speak French fluently. Je parle français très couramment. My first musical instrument, that would be the recorder. This thing that we call the flute, but the recorder. My brother had one then, so I loved music, like right from the time I was in primary school. So when we were told to get the recorders, I'm like, hey, my brother has it, I might just as well take it. So I learned how to play the national anthem, learned how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb. So that was my first musical instrument. And then when I got to university, I developed a love for the violin, and I have my violin. My violini, yeah. I don't play my violin anymore. I don't know how to play anymore, but I still have it anyway. So I like to fool myself sometimes that I can play, but I'm not sure I can play anymore. Okay, next question. My first pet was a dog. Its name was Brownie. Brownie was my first pet. I love Brownie so much, but Brownie is dead, sadly. Brownie died. So I had Brownie when I was in secondary school. Yeah, my mom always had this fear of pets, but she gradually fell in love with Brownie as well. So yeah, Brownie. My first tattoo, I do not have a tattoo. Okay, the first thing I do every morning, every morning when I wake up, I say my prayers first. It didn't always used to be like this. At some point I was just so into my phone, like my phone was like so close to me. So anytime I wake up, I just check who has texted me overnight and reply messages and all of that. But no, it's not like that anymore. I say my prayers, my morning prayers, and then I read my Bible. I have like my quiet time, I call it my quiet time, where I study the Bible and I pray before I check my phone for any messages and all that. So that's the first thing I do in the morning. Okay, the first time I ever got drunk, wow. Let me see. The first time I ever got drunk was, I think the first time I ever got drunk was at home. So the way I was brought up, my parents never kept alcohol away from us and said, oh, you all should never drink. You know, my dad was just always letting us know there are drinks here, but hey, drink responsibly. So the first time I ever got drunk was at home. I can't remember what we were celebrating that day, but there was wine, there was beer, there was a lot of things. I was just trying to try out different things, and I drank some beer, I drank some wine, I drank some this and some that, and then a girl could no longer walk. I literally had to crawl from the sitting room to my room. I remember that day. I can never forget. Yeah, that was I was wasted. Like I was gone. Next question. Your first kiss. Okay. I was actually expecting this question. My first kiss was with my first boyfriend, and that was after secondary school again. So I know like a lot of people always imagine their first kiss to be everything, and I did too. And guess what? It was everything and more. It was magical. I felt like I was floating on air. Literally, I'm not even joking. Like I actually felt like I was floating on air. And the funny thing is, we kissed for over 30 minutes, thereabouts. It's so weird. Like I know it's weird. Like why would you kiss someone for 30 minutes? But the flow was just there, and that's basically how it was. Nothing else happened. It was just a very long ass kiss. Okay, what is the first most amazing place in nature you have seen? Okay, the first most amazing place in nature I have seen was in Cameroon. There was this, I don't know whether they call it cascade or cascade. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it was a waterfalls. I think it was an artificial waterfall. It was so beautiful. We were not even allowed to take pictures. That's the sad part. Like, you're not supposed to take pictures. I don't know why they gave those rules, but it was free entry. But yeah, I think if you had to take pictures, you would pay a certain amount of money. It didn't make any sense, but it was a wonderful experience. Like, the way the water was falling, the leaves around, the rocks. It was so beautiful. I know that there are a lot more places that are more beautiful than that, but that was my first most amazing place in nature I had seen. When was the first time you got stitches? Okay, the first time I got stitches was when I was in SS1. I had an injury on my forehead somewhere. I don't know whether it's left or right. I hit my head on the edge. What's this thing called now? Door edge. Not really the door. It's that thing that closes. I don't know the name, but I hit my head somewhere sharp. So I had to go and get stitches. Actually, it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. So yeah, that was my first time getting stitches. When was the first time you flew on an airplane? The first time I flew on an airplane was last year. Yeah, that was my first time. I was traveling from Port Harcourt to Lagos. So yeah, that was my first time on an airplane, and it was a thrilling experience. My dad had always told me that flying on the plane sometimes feels like it kind of makes your brain feel woozy. So I kind of experienced that, but I was up for, I had a positive mindset towards it, so it wasn't so bad. The only issue I can say I had was I had this stinging feeling in my ears. I don't know if I'm the only person who goes through it when you're flying, and then there's this feeling in your ear where it's like you're hearing screechy sounds, but it's just, I don't know what it does. So someone said I should chew gum and it would be better, but it was just slightly better, but that's just the only thing that made it off. But aside that, it was a wonderful experience. Yeah. First time you got into a fight. Okay. Wow. Okay, this question. So the first time I got into a fight, first and only time, by the way, aside fighting with my brothers at some point when I was little, like real fights, I got into a fight when I was in JSS2. So there's this girl, yeah, I don't want to say her name. So there's this girl, she was always trying to do everything to prove that she was better than me, and I was never in competition with anybody. I mean, like, I'm just here on my own, and then you're here trying to act like you're better than Anita, you're always trying to make it a point of duty to let the whole world know, or to just do everything to make sure that you discredit me, or to, she was just on my matter, let me just put it that way. So I treated her fuck up this particular day. Like, I'm a very patient person. I don't like trouble, I don't like wahala, but this girl had it coming, yo. Like, she had it coming, and I gave it to her. I did. I mean, I can say I won it. I won the fight. I won it. I beat her. No, shege. I tore her uniform. I was brutal that year. Like, because I had never fought before, and she was just always on my nerves. So this girl she literally pushed me, I'm like, yo, yo, guy, what's your problem? What's your deal, though? I couldn't take it. Like, I fought with her and I won her. I'm so glad. She just scratched me, but I tore her uniform. I tore it. Fighting is bad, by the way. I don't fight, and I'm not telling anyone to fight, whether you're in secondary school or university or wherever you are. I do not subscribe to violence, so that was just like a one-time thing that happened in my past. So yeah. Okay, we have finally come to the end of this video. I hope you guys had fun listening to me talk about my first time, and if you have more questions for me, please leave it in the comment section. I will make a second video with the specific questions you've asked me, and I'm going to answer them. I will try my best to answer them, so help me God. Okay, so if you liked this video, if you enjoyed watching this video, if you enjoyed watching me talk, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. You can share this video with your friends and family. Y'all should just have fun watching my videos. And if this is the first video you're watching, please, I have other videos. Please do not just go away without watching my videos. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you so much for doing this with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Before I close this up, please, I'm begging you guys, follow my page luxe.style.ng on Instagram and order for anything you want. So I sell designer shades, any kind of designer shades you like. Yeah, I sell. And also I sell belts. I sell basically accessories, but for now just those two. So please, if you love me, you would go and follow my page, and you will like my pictures, at least be active, and you will order something and make me smile. Thank you so much. With that, I will see you guys in my next video, but till then, au revoir.